Okay, so I'll pick up where we left off last time. Essentially, over here is where your sound files are stored. Over here is the icon that'll come up when you plug your memory card into the card reader. And it'll come up here, and you can see all the different sound files. As I said last time, these are nice, except if you open them, it's in iTunes, and you can't edit in iTunes, so we know where they're stored. Close this down, and we will get to this via the editing software, which is Audacity. So since we need Audacity to enter this, we come down, and I've put Audacity in the tray, but you could also find it in this applications folder. There's Audacity. You could also go to Finder, and under Finder you can go under Applications, and there's Audacity under Applications. So anyway, I just dragged it down into the tray here below. So close that, come down here, open Audacity, and you'll get this blank screen. Now, the next thing is to get one of those sound cuts that you've made in the field and put that into this editing screen. So you go Audacity, File, Open, and you'll get a little window. Mine's computer's kind of slow, but you'll get a little window that comes up that helps you find out where the sound files are. And so here under No Name, which is the same as over here, and then you'll get these, this is the icon, and you open that, and then you come all the way down to, let's say you want to do this file, so you click on it, open, and under this is a warning, don't worry about this for now, and it loads it. And from here you can play whatever sound. Let's say you put the cursor here. This is an arrangement of where the cursors are. It looks very complicated, but basically all you need is this little cursor here, because it tells you right here where you can start listening to your recording. So if you put from here to here, and it'll do this automatically. Any of these other ones you can choose, but it's not needed at this point. The only thing is needed is this little icon here. Then to play it, you go over here to the start button, and that's me just whistling as a test. And then you stop it, and this is all this stuff is noise and static, or it's other calls that you may not want to get. For instance, over here I think it may be a better, you could hear a titmouse and a woodpecker in there, so you would stop it, drag from here across, and so this is the area of the whole recording that you want to save. So you outline it like that, and then you go up to Edit, and you copy that little section, and then you go over to File and make a brand new file, and there's a blank one. Then you go back to Edit, and you paste. And now this little clip is that one section. And you can hear at the beginning it's a titmouse, and right in here at the very end was a Nuttall's woodpecker. Okay, so now this is the clip that you want to share, Xenocanta, something like that, or send it back to me or wherever. So now you have to save it and name it. So what you do is you go to File, Export Audio, and it'll give you this window, and this is where I name the folders. And so I live on Grove Lane, so I would put GL as my code, and then dot, and then the next thing is the date. What's the date today? June 13? Yeah, so it's June 13th, so you put 6.13.16. So you have the location. So if it was Cabo San Lucas, you could put SL, CLL, CSL. For the La Laguna, I put LLA. You can figure out whatever you want to abbreviate for your location, or you could spell out the whole thing. And then the date, and then next comes the species, and we'll put, it's called an oak titmouse, so it's OATI. And if there's other ones you want to put in there, you could put dot. I always separate them with a dot. You could put Nuttall's woodpecker, which would be NUWP. And all these species are ornithologic. All abbreviations are listed by the Ornithology Society, so you can look those up. But they're easy to memorize because it's usually the first two letters. Anyway, then you put a dot, and then this is an important part at the end. It's called a wave file, and you want to save everything in a wave. So you go WAV. And oh, by the way, in here, if you wanted to say a little comment like it's a call, or if it's the song, whatever, but you want to put a dot between all those. And you end wave. Now, you could put a tag, but don't worry about that. The next thing is where. You can make your own folder on the desktop, and I'll show you how to do that. But for now, we'll just store it out here on the desktop. And then the file type, this is very important. You want a WAV, which is Microsoft, 32-bit float, which is a fancy way of saying that it's the highest recording rate and the best quality high definition. PMC, don't really have to worry about what that stands for. And you can see there's other ones on here, all sorts of things you can do if you want to put it in your car or on iTunes or whatever. But you definitely want this 32-bit float. And there's I will tell you later on how to sort this, because this has to match what's on your recorder. And I'll show you how that is later on a recording, or we can probably communicate that by email. So, and then you push down here, save. And then here's where you can make some notes and things like that. But I usually make notes in a notebook some other place. But this is all the data you can record. And then down here you push OK. And then to clear it, just so you can move it back up, you can see how it popped up on the desktop over here. So that's this recording here. So to keep everything less cluttered, I close it. You want to save the changes? Don't, because I've already made a recording, so you don't need to save. And I leave this there because you can go to another one, but you could close this as well. And then you can always bring up another file. Open. And you go down here. Let's say it's something like that. Open. You may want to pick this little section here. And that's just a little recording of a Cassin's Finch off a phone just to test your microphone. And I did that with the with your Audio Technica microphone, as was the other one. So anyway, I don't want to confuse you on this one, so you just close this out. We're not going to do anything with it for now. Close it. Now you've got your file up here, and you can open it in iTunes, but well, here, you click on it, it'll automatically open in iTunes, which is the default setting for any playing on the computer. And you can see in iTunes it's going along and playing that. And then it'll go into other songs that you like. But anyway, that's why I don't like iTunes. If you want to play it, it would be best to play it through Audacity. So we go over here, quit iTunes, get that out of the way. So now you want to save this. What you do is you right click, new folder, and you can title it GROV Lane. You could do whatever you want to call it. And what I usually do is have a master folder of recordings. So I store all my recordings in there. And then what you do is you drag this to here and drag this into here, and then you left click, open, and there you are, and you can play that. And then you back out, and there's your recording file. And I've got, in my thing here, I've got hundreds of recordings. Here's some ones I did of California Clapper Rail, and I haven't filed those yet, but I just did those the other day. So from here, then you upload it to Xenocanta and wherever you want to send it, and that'll be the subject of another tutorial. To send it to me, it would be best if you were on the iCloud through Apple, and we can store items of greater memory. But if you want to just send a small file like this, you would go down to, and you want to send it off to me, you do mail, and then you go up here to write something, write a new message, and let's say I want to send it out to Maria. I type that in, there's Maria. And then you can put a recording. And then you put Hola Nick. And whatever you want in there. And then you go up to attach. And from here it'll give you a location of where to find things. And then you go into your recording. Grove Lane, double click on that, double left click. Usually all the things where you want to open is a double left click. I should have said at the beginning, but if you have any questions, you just double click on the left. If you want to get information, you right click. Or if you want to, right here you can't get all the information. But anyway, this is what you want to attach. Left click, choose file. And it takes a while to get over here, and then there's what the little sound file looks like. And if it's small enough, it will actually be able to be sent. Sometimes it'll kick it back, or it won't allow you to send it because the file's too big. And I can't remember what that size is, and that's why sharing it with the iCloud is best. But anyway, I'll try and send it. And you can come down to sent, and it looked like it went through, but I sent it via the iCloud, so I don't know if it will get through. Let's see if it goes through Comcast. Go through the same thing. Record, attach. Choose file and send. And yeah, it sent one and one or the other. So sometimes through regular, but through the iCloud you can get better messages. So with bigger files. So anyway, that's how we can share it via email. Close this down. The other thing is a tutorial on how to upload it to Xenocamp, but that one's pretty straightforward. And that's about it. So I'm going to burn a CD of this, part A and part 1 and part 2, and I'm also going to post it on YouTube. And then we'll talk later.